Welcome, welcome to the political replay. Yeah, man. Feel the rhythm, feel the message. Welcome to the political replay, where the voices rise every day. From the streets to the radio play, we bring the truth in every way. Welcome to the political replay, the best in show business, hear what we say. We echo the voice of the government strong, breaking it down in a lyrical song. JNB and JKK on the mission again, building up the nation from now till when. From the city lights to the village lane, you can see the progress, you can't complain. Road development, that's JNB and JKK. School rising up, yeah, we say okay. Health improvement every single day, JNB and JKK lead the way. Roads from farms to market, that's JNB and JKK. Security standing firm, no delay. Who wants development? Hear the people say. The Libyan people loud and clear today. From the hills to the coast, feel the vibration. Unity rising across the nation. Concrete dreams turning reality. Step by step toward prosperity. Children in school with books in hand. Future getting brighter across the land. Hospitals working, people getting care. Hope in the system everywhere. Say JMB, say JKK. Progress moving every single day. Say forward, never back. Development on the right track. Road development, that's JMB and JKK. School rising up, yeah, we say okay. Health improvement every single day. JMB and JKK lead the way. So tune in close, don't fade away. This is the political replay. Voice is strong, hear what we say. Libya rising, brighter day. Whoa,
Good evening, everybody. How you doing? I hope you're doing great, guys. Share the podcast. Let's talk few things tonight. Tonight is like an open mic. Okay, if you have something on your chest that you want to talk about, you can just. I'm going to put the link. Okay, let me try to get a link. I'm going to put the link up, or you can hit my inbox, and I will send the link to you directly. Maybe you have something on your chest you want to talk about tonight, and I can bring it up on the screen to talk about it. Interesting conversation here tonight. Welcome to the replay. As you make your comments, I will be able to recognize you. Let me see if I can hit the comment area there. I see a few people beginning to comment. Keep sharing the podcast. Myself, I'm going to share the podcast to various groups. You can tag the podcast also into the inbox of people that you know, also friends, okay, groups. You just tag them, and then they for groups you can just share the programs into groups. Okay, let's talk something very important here tonight that was discovered today, and then we will talk about few other important issues that are relevant to national growth and how the opposition is taking it and how we are taking it from a pro-government media perspective. Let me begin to recognize most of you who are popping up on the podcast right now. Okay. Let me take my stuff and for the here, then at least I'll be able to yeah. So I hope my voice is coming out. My voice is coming out good and clear tonight. Okay. So we will be talking about mostly what the vice president was able to discover today. It's sad. But in the meantime, Chocobi Johnson, how you doing? I hope you're doing okay, Chocobi. Let me go up further and see. When we're not planning on the show, the comment can't go too fast, so no problem. We'll better get everybody. Okay. The first person here is Hassim Fambole. Hassim Fambole. How you doing, my brother? Chocopi Samuel G. My brother nigga give me a hot dog. Samuel G. Salagbasa. Yeah, Samuel G. Salagbasa. I think it will give me a hard time again because the G, B, and the A, now I'm getting used to it. How you doing, my brother? I hope you're doing great. Abraham Harbul Jr., how you doing? Moses Momolu, how you doing? Mary Pade, how you doing there? Comfort Dazi, how you doing? And my friend and brother here. Let me see if I can get a person in there correctly. Okay, no, it's Solomon me what? Orito favorite son. Many need the woman the other area. You get the woman in hard time. Sekou Dukle, how you doing? Manje Brian, how you doing? Yesterday I called the woman. He said, "Asmana woman and myself will come a very, very, very long way." I hope you're doing okay there, sweetheart. Precious G. Shampoo, how you doing? Joseph T. Kebe, how you doing? Samuel Joseph T. Kebe, you can woman last name as your woman first name as your last name. Anyway, maybe that is tradition. What's up? How you doing? I hope you're doing okay. Samuel, say you got pronunciation correctly. Thank you, my brother. Salagbasa. You know the G, B, and the A. They are very key in the pronunciation of that word. The G, B is ba. You know, so we have to take it very seriously because Precious G. Sample said, "Good day, thanks a lot." Andrew Tucker is there also on the podcast. How you doing, my brother Andrew? I hope you're doing okay. Continue to share the podcast while we have more people coming in for us to talk a little bit tonight on something very, 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 very important that is cutting out to national conversation, especially when it comes to the economy. It is very important that we talk about it. Okay, it is very, very important that we talk about it because what was discovered today, and when we look at the metrics and the data provided over the years as to what we are getting in terms of our benefits with respect to our mineral resources, it's just scary, guys. It's just scary. And if these are conversations that we need to have these conversations frequently. We need to have these conversations because it's national interest. Okay, it's national interest. We need to continue to have them and make sure that Liberia is first. Like the president always says, think Liberia, love Liberia, and build Liberia. Okay. While I'm talking, you see that I'm a little bit because I'm still trying to import one or two things here for the podcast. I've been tired, so I was like resting. Okay, so guys, keep sharing the podcast. They have a very, very, very big, beautiful conversation here tonight. Okay, let me put this here up on the screen. Okay, yeah, I want to put this up on the screen. Okay, which is very important. It's really, really, really important. You are seeing the vice president there. You are seeing the president of the Republic of Liberia and his able lieutenant. Look, Liberia is endowed. Let me put it in here, sir. Liberia is very, very endowed. First of all, with amazing people. You and I, as a people, fostering the cause of country, Liberia is grateful to you and myself who sit on the right side of history. Now, the second thing that we are endowed with as a people is what God has placed beneath the earth for us. And how are we managing these gifts that God has given to us? Eric, how you doing, my brother? And now, you know, I hope that the president and this government can reevaluate what we suffer in the past and correct the present. In the 60s, let's just go back to history a little bit. In the 60s, Liberia was producing, I think it was the second or the first, producing the best high-grade ore in the world from Manimba. And then we have bomb mines there, and bombing hills were also operating. But with all of those developments at the time in terms of mineral extraction from Liberia, what kind of development we experienced at that time? If you were born in the 70s, coming to the 80s, we did not ready. But at the end of the day, many countries in the sub-region saw Liberia as a beacon of hope. But I think we have learned a lot from our past to be able to progress our future. And what we are talking about here tonight is it's not the fault of this government, but how can this government fix it for tomorrow? And so the vice president visited the B Mountain today in Cape County. In the podcast, I made a mistake. I said Bomi County, but it's Cape County. That was I was talking a little bit fast, and Miss Ford made me to call it Raw County. Now, before we come to B Mountain, sometimes between 2007 to 2023, mineral agreements were signed, not just in only iron ore, but in gold, in silver, in diamond, and other precious stone combined. Now, studies will tell you that, look, Liberia needs a holy water to go at the base of this nation, to baptize this nation at the base, at the feet of this nation. Seriously. Liberia is like a bush meat that everybody comes from outside and just bush up and eat and give the crumbs and we eat it. Between 2007 to 2023, of all of the operation combined, from 2007 to 2017 is 10 years. Then from 2017 to 2023, that's 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 16 years. So 16 years, all of these companies combined operated in Liberia. And Liberia in 16 years are only able to generate revenue for all of the golds, the diamonds, the silvers, and all the precious stone that left the country. Liberia was only able to receive from all of the interests combined that are operating mines in the country. How much did Liberia receive? $844 million. 844 million United States dollars. It's what Liberia recorded. Now, why is the irony of all of these? The importing companies combined recorded about 7.4 billion. 7.4 billion combined. I hope I got the figure right, or it's even more than that. Combined, they were able Just 1 minute, guys. Sorry for the. I'm sorry, guys, for the breaking between them. You know, we are involved with a lot of people who contact us with the information. And so between 2007 between 2007 to 2023, guys, over 7 billion left Liberia. And how much did Liberia receive? 84 million. Calculate it and tell and inform yourself about the difference. Calculate. Are you doing Jaso? Calculate and inform yourself about. No, that is what I was asking the question this evening. What is stopping us as a country from nationalizing our mineral resources? What is stopping us? Because these people who come to extract these minerals from beneath the ground in the country, most times they do not have the fixed capital. They go and borrow money from the banks. They go and borrow money from the banks to come and operate in the interest country. Somebody sent me something long, I ain't able to read it. So why can we nationalize these minerals that people will go and borrow from the banks, go and buy these machines, and then come to Liberia or other countries and come and enter into a mineral development agreement and bring experts to come, what we call expatriates, to sit at a very high level. Now, what is frustrating is that we're going to come to this big discovery, okay? This big discovery, we are going to come to it. Keep sharing the podcast, guys. In this big, look, even if you were to consider the overhead cost It means the expenses, the cost of production and everything, overhead cost. Liberia is receiving in 16 years 844 million $844 million in 16 years. But in the 16 years, you are able to amass over 7 billion. What is your overhead cost? The governments between 2007 to 2023, were they monitoring? Because the company is operating in your country. You have to investigate as to whether they are honor paying royalties. Because how much is royalty? Even though they pay royalty, but how much is royalty? 5%. 5% for people to come and extract your mineral? Seriously? 5% in royalty for people to come and exploit your mineral? How much are they carrying? What is the overhead cost? And then the overhead cost will include fuel oil, personnel costs, everything that has to do with production in developing that mineral is overhead cost. A company such it's just one company that we're talking about now. One company we're talking about now. Okay. Let me put something on the screen. Okay. Let me see if I can import it and put it on the screen, which is very important to our conversation. It will be able to inform us. Okay. It will be able to inform us. It's not this. Okay, it's this. Okay, now let me see if I can input this one. Okay, let's calculate. Let's calculate. Let's go into some calculative move right now. And this person is a man of wisdom. Even the vice president was surprised today. Even the vice president. Trust you me. Trust you me. Even the vice president of the Republic of Liberia, he was surprised today. Because what he saw and what Liberia is getting, I'm sure he said to himself, what is going on? Just 1 minute, guys. I'm trying to label this stuff to put it on the stream. Okay? I'm sure the vice president said, but what are we doing? How much are these people giving us? And at the end of the day, how much are they carrying? Okay? How much are they carrying? Now, let's look at this stuff. Okay? Gold price. This the person did it in ounce. But what I did first, I did it in grams. Okay? So B Mountain is extracting about 900 kilograms of gold from Liberia monthly. Okay, let me go to my calculation I did, because this one that came to me, it came in ounce. I want to be very correct, and what I spoke of, it should be corroborated if somebody has to go to it and talk about it. Okay, so let me get it verified. Just bear with me there. Now, they are extracting about 900 kilograms of gold every day for the soy. Every day. It's just one company we're talking about. Okay? So 1 gram of gold is approximately 52 to 53,000, 152 to 153,000 United States dollars. But let's take out the base because the markets fluctuates based on inflation. So let's take 50 because it will go to the highs, it comes to the lows. So let's take out a base of 150. If you take out a base of 150, per kilogram, a kilogram will cost per day. Because they extract every day 900 kilograms. So 900 kilograms a day on the base, which will reduce from 153 to 150. Per every 900 kilograms that they sell per day, they accumulate 135,000. No, 135 million. 135 million that Blue Mountain accumulates per day in Liberia. I'm sorry, my calculations is making me wrong. It's 150,000 per day. Bee Mountain, what they extract from the ground per day is 150,000 per day. So what the government should get involved with is what is your overhead cost per day, and then compute it against what they generate from the soil per day. Okay? Then that 150,000 times 1 month per day, which is 900 kilograms per day. These people, they accumulate 135 million every month. So 135 million every month, you calculate it by 12 months, they are accumulating about 1.26 billion per annum, per year. In this present time, how much are they paying Liberians? What is the health facilities? What are the insurance that employees are having on the job? How much is Liberia getting in tax remittance apart from royalties? How many? Look, the people around the president, they need to talk with the president more. That is why they are like the spyware of the president. That is a question I was asking my brother Gerard. Many countries now are nationalizing their minerals because these companies that are coming to get into mineral development agreement with you, some of them do not have the capital. They go and borrow. and buy the materials. And then bring the experts as expatriates to work for that same company and pay them huge monies. So, will it make any difference if Liberia nationalizes her minerals and go to the banks and credit and buy those materials and then bring those same experts to work in Liberia and pay them the same fees? Then at an advantage level for Liberians, they will carry, even Liberians who are working at the local level, they will carry their salary up. The same 1.62 billion that these people are making by going to credit from the banks and buy equipment and bring expatriates is the same 1.62 billion that we will be making if we nationalize our minerals and our economy. One may say, but you don't know what you're talking. But why is the difference? Now, I'm not saying I have the expertise in it. I'm expressing from a common sense point of view. There's a very, very big figure that we're talking about here. And let's listen. Let's listen. Let me bring this on. Let me bring this. Okay? Let me bring this, guys.
Looking at real raw gold.
This is real gold that they are melting. Real gold.
I want you to share your comments to highlight on the security feature.
Real gold in real time.
According to the comments, right? It was no CCTV here, other than this.
So the vice president is going to be presented, not for himself, I'm hoping, is it not? But this is real gold. Beep, hold on. Beep.
The vice president is like streaming. The man is streaming.
This is 3 million. One of this, what the VP is holding is
what the vice president is holding in his hand is 3
right
million.
3 million worth of gold.
Look, what the guy just placed into the hands of the vice president, just that one. Just that one. Imagine how much they can scrape. No, let's see it serious. Imagine how much they can scrape people before you leave that room. Just that one piece of gold, plate of gold that the vice president is holding, that they presented to the vice president, is 3 million. 3 million.
3 million. And since 3 million worth of gold, Edwin.
One picture? No, one picture.
And what happened there? The journalist had to cut his microphone because, look, these were startling revelation that these people were giving. Let's take the one.
Put it into the bullion. You make it the bullion.
So how many tons of oil now?
A month, we are producing almost 1,000 ounces per day, so it's going to be 30,000 ounces multiplied by 31 gram, 900 kilo.
900 kilograms.
So he's telling the vice president they are producing like 900 kilograms of gold per day. What we're saying here is not based on they say or hearsay. No, it's coming from the guy who is the head of the production room. Okay.
Yeah, now they are washing gold. You see, this is how they are washing gold.
So it's almost 1 ton of gold every month.
Almost one.
Almost 1 ton.
So 1 ton of gold. The vice president said, "A smart man." The man quite to calculate. Imagine the vice president is not working over there. Okay, the man just told the vice president will produce the amount per day. This one, when he told the other one, before he could finish, the vice president told him, say, "Oh, so you're producing about 1 ton every month." The vice president how fast to calculate.
Okay.
We can do it.
So, guys, that's it. These people do look. These people don't have money. These people don't have money. They look for these virgin countries, impoverished countries, and they know that they are able to get the money from out there to buy the equipment. And they come to that country and exploit that country. Look at a company that is extracting 1.62 billion United States dollars out of the ground of Grand Cayman County. What development are they carrying out in that county? How much are they giving in terms of county development fund per annum? Look, my appeal to the president is that we go back on the drawing board, because CDC even make it worse after Ellen Johnson suddenly left. CDC make it worse. They decided to review the mineral development agreement between the government of Liberia and B Money. At the end of the day, you think that they would have come to protect the people's interests, but they didn't. In the amendment of the agreement, they gave B Mountain the right to be able to import or produce their own cement. And then again, they gave B Mountain the right to to import their own petroleum products. What are you doing to the petroleum industry? That is what George Weah and the CDC did. This company is already extracting extensively mineral from Liberia, and we are getting peanuts, and then you gave them rights to produce even their own mineral water. So what they began to do is they began to bore a hole all in the counties, because George Weah and the CDC gave them rights to produce their own water and import their own petroleum products. Guys, it's just what I want to talk about tonight. I spoke about it in the podcast, and I wanted to come live to talk about it. If you want to call on the show, you can call 0032 492 100447. It's WhatsApp. It's 0032 492 100. I put it there on the screen. 100447. If you want to give your inputs, we can give 2 minutes to wait for people to get their input. If not, we can call it a night. But there was it was just meant for a very short session for us to talk a little bit more in the 7 minutes podcast that we put out. But it's very sad. While we wait for people to call in, let's see if we can play how would I call it? It's not the intro anymore, but I just want to play this for us while we are with people. I can't even find it. Okay.
Welcome, welcome to the political replay. Yeah, man. Feel the rhythm, feel the message. Welcome to the political replay, where the voices rise every day. From the streets to the radio play, we bring the truth in every way. Welcome to the political replay, the best in show business, hear what we say. We echo the voice of the government strong, breaking it down in a lyrical song. JNB and JKK on the mission again, building up the nation from now till when. From the city lights to the village lane, you can see the progress, you can't complain. Road development, that's JNB and JKK. School rising up, yeah, we say okay. Health improvement every single day, JNB and JKK lead the way. Roads from farms to market, that's JNB and JKK. Security standing firm, no delay. Who wants development? Hear the people say. The Libyan people loud and clear today. From the hills to the coast, feel the vibration. Unity rising across the nation. Concrete dreams turning reality. Step by step toward prosperity. Children in school with books in hand. Future getting brighter across the land. Hospitals working, people getting.
So guys, welcome back. We try to get a little bit of space for people to call in. But nobody is calling tonight on the show. So Nate say I really like the topic. Thanks a lot, my brother. Another night shift. How you doing, my love? How you doing? I hope you're doing okay. Wherever you are, I hope you're doing really good. Kumba place the number up also again. You can call that number. Oh no, it's wrong. It should be 32. I'm sorry, guys. No, the number is wrong. The number is wrong. Thanks. Let me remove it from the screen. The 4, remove the 4 and put 3. Okay? Remove the 4 and put 3. Okay? Let me see. Can it be edited? No, it cannot be edited. So the number is, I'll just call it verbally, okay? The number is 0032 492 100447. 0032 492 100447 is the number to call. We will give it 2 minutes for people to call in. If not, then we call it a day. Now, Mustafa Njai have been in the country for like 5 to 6 days. He left Liberia today. Now we've spoken about the mineral issues. It should be 3. Yeah, it's correct. Yeah, Night Chef just put the right number there. It's 0032 492 100447. Okay, so Nima Kwaya, you're right. The number I put, the number there is wrong. The number is 0032 492 100447. Night Shift is 100% correct. Okay, so Mustafa Njai was in the country for a few days. Upon the invitation of His Excellency the President, because providing homes for people, affordable ones, are also a part of the President's arrest agenda. But now there's the thing. Mustafa Njai came to the country and discovering what he saw, he knows that Liberia is a virgin country to really invest in terms of real estate. Now, how many millionaires do we have in Liberia? Why couldn't they do this that Mustafa Njai is doing? Now, tomorrow, most of them are going to cry and say that the government at that time is depriving Liberians. When you have these vast lands sitting in the country, they are not being developed, and you have somebody coming from outside wanting to bring the millions to invest, should they wait for you? When you only want to become president of the country, is the only way you can develop the country. When with the millions you have, you can borrow from the banks. Mustafa is not coming to push his personal money into real estate in Liberia. His business have already developed a profile that is well respected out there. So the only thing Mustafa is going to do, they said they're going to build 5,000 affordable homes, right? They know the methods of doing it. They're going to calculate the risk. They're going to calculate the cost, overhead, everything, and project in how many years they're going to get that investment back. And everything that will be left, it will be what? Revenue generation. But you have millionaires in Liberia who could not take the advantage of such opportunity. They couldn't. So Mustafa is not going to stop at that 5,000. Look, investors, the more they see potential, they will pump their money. And I'm saying this today, take it from word to word. West Point and Nuclear will be relocated. Indeed. West Point and Nuclear will be relocated because those are luxurious spots in terms of tourism, in terms of building houses. If you build luxurious houses along the stretch of that bridge and people come to buy it, do you know how much it's going to cost? Or it's just for Airbnb. The government could just look at the entire West Point and Nuclear and say, we're going to relocate. It's going to be a PPP. We put it there somewhere. Yeah, we're going to build Airbnb. Hey, my brother, how you doing? Welcome to the podcast. Yeah, you're welcome, my brother.
Yeah, it's just fair enough that we have suffered so long and we keep suffering. And it's a pity that you could see the expression on the vice president's face today, even when the guys were trying to provide an explanation about how that gold has been melting and how they have been passing our gold over the years, and nobody seemed to show any concern.
No.
I think today, with what the vice president has done, it is enough that we, the citizens of Liberia, can govern our forces to support this government, to call Beer Mountain to order, because I saw that the honor declared today, and with what I'm seeing from the public, this is alarming, and that concession need to be reviewed about, and it need to be critically looked at. We cannot continue suffering our people in this form and manner in the name of politics. And so sad, I see people from CDC that me I supported before posting. I have to say, George, I'm not president for 6 years.
But there's the thing, my brother. There's the thing. Okay. This mineral agreement was first developed under Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and Joseph Boakai. Now, most of the cries that we heard was that Booker's agreement was developed under Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and Joe Boakai. When they came, George Weah asked for all of the concessions in the country to be revisited. Beer Mountain was one of those. Now, there's the irony. At that point, before they revisited, Beer Mountain did not have the authority to dig the boreholes in the ground and develop their own mineral water. Beer Mountain did not have the authority to import their own petroleum products. Beer Mountain did not have the opportunity or the authority to import their own cement or to produce their own cement. But in revisiting the agreement, under George Weah, they gave the people all of those incentives.
I'm disheartened I, one person, people in the CDC know me. I've supported this president, George Weah, for everything. My disagreement came when I saw people not valuing what we fought for, not valuing what we turned up for all the years, and today we are where we are. But you see, in this disagreement, we are not party sentimental. We are not being politically sentimental.
Indeed.
We are being real to our country.
Indeed.
And here's the thing: do you really feel or think that with all of those terrible things that are going on in Liberia, you really think Abo care? Abo can sit in Belgium. Abo can provide for his family.
Indeed.
Jacob is in America. Jacob is working, can earn and support his family. Jacob can build a house. Abo can build a house. Do you really think we care to talk about what's going on in Liberia? No. But it is beyond just Abo and Jacob. It is about our siblings, our friends, and all families who cannot afford, who don't have the opportunity that Abo have and Jacob do have. I don't see this thing as a politics anymore.
It's not
And
politics.
I'm sickening it. I'm being sickened by what I saw today. And I think people, even from Madam Sedi government, even coming to the George Weah, should never post anything on Facebook when it comes to the concession. Because every one of them had the opportunity to have looked at the different concessions after we term it as boycott, we term it as direct, to have looked into it for the sake of the Liberian people. I'm not even read article. I'm not taking all of your time.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Article.
Go ahead. You take the next 3 minutes, brother.
I'm willing to have these meetings. Go to articles. For instance, where Ofoe Brian comes from. See his village. There's no major money activity going on there. But see the livelihood of the people. Even Cote Farm have electricity. Not to think about it. Get man that $1 billion comes from every year, annually. Kema does not have school, don't have road, don't have drinking water. Is this about a political party? Is this about an individual?
No,
Is this about what somebody going to put in the pocket?
it's about the people.
Are we being honest to ourselves as a country and as a people? It is about time we got to use a revolutionary measure. And let me say this, Abo. I inboxed you the other day on through your messenger, but did not respond.
Oh, okay.
I saw it just now, necessary, I saved your number.
Okay.
But let me provide some information on this kind of conversation. I think it's fair enough as a young man.
Do it.
Abo, this is way too old. This is not a CDC, is not a unity party. It's a Liberia thing. No country in West Africa, Ghana building our own gold black like that and saving the result for generation. What happens is being taken to Sweden and other countries in different part of the world. Turkey, I mean, in Turkey, because those guys are talking.
Yeah.
Now you only see Cayman.
Just 1 minute. Maximus, I'll send you the link. You're talking about MG, right? Yeah. Ah, my brother. Yeah.
What we hearing in the there was not name of individual.
Indeed.
Was not people living lowly. We know professional people being confiscated. What are we saying? I'm willing for us to have this kind of conversation.
It's important.
You just see me, I need to sit on your platform, and I think I've got to get more involved. I started to be involved with different ways and different forms. But I think this is not about Unity Party, it's not about CDC. It is about my country. It is about my brothers and sisters. It is about people in the land that do not have access to safe drinking water. I can go back to you, right in Monserrato. Go to Bento, where they do the ground, where they do the estate business that you were just talking about. I follow it. Do you know I work in all those places? If you see bridges in those places, I thought you will share tears. I'm talking about bridges in Monserrato. Am I discussing another country? I'm not going beyond Monserrato, just in Monserrato. I'm talking about right in Monserrato, Bento. Going to Tori, there is no better road network. There is no good internet connectivity. There is no good network in terms of phone calls. Are we not being careful? Are we not being smart enough that this is not about me? driving a car or owning properties, but it's about a generation to come. Dubai 25 to 30 years ago, I will go to Dubai, the Palm City. How do you think the Emirates derive at what they are today that people do dinner in the air?
Dry desert land.
Self-realization from the citizens self-realize, supported their government. Go to Singapore. How does Singapore reach to where they are today? You celebrate Singapore. Do you think in Singapore that oppose the government because they are not in power? Let's be the Unity Party politics play out, the CDC politics play out. All the politics play out. Who are we playing the politics off for? Is it because of CDC or Unity Party?
Oh,
It's for the people.
it's the people.
The decisions were arrived at because the people of Singapore could be one of the best countries in the world. And today Singapore is the best country in the world.
Yeah.
Check the passport of Singapore.
Oh, it's visa free to almost all of the countries.
All the countries. It's the best country in the world.
Sure.
Where are we going? What are we saying? Are we doing political analysis based on friendship? Are we doing this because I'm close to this person? This is spectacular. I was in Liberia. I worked in Madam City government. I saw part of the Georgia government before I had this opportunity to come. And this has been far way too long about. We have to do this. And what you are doing, I appreciate it. The only thing I want to say to you, let us do it for Liberia. Let us not do it for individual.
I agree with you.
Too far. It is way too far. Let us do it for Liberia, not an individual or not a particular government. It's sorrowful. Go to the JFK right now. They see people who posting for the CDC who are states here. They did put beds in the hospital in JFK that this government can bring those beds. They put beds, skyscraper on the compound of the JFK that the government can break it down. It is about time we got to consciously speak to this issue and not be a political party presence. And I will say this about you deserve an honor. I agree you support this government. I support this government. The reason why you see this is because what I said it did not work. I'm not a party person anymore. I'm a Liberia person. I'm a Liberia because many people allow you to say Liberia person. But I can put in context, I'm a student of English.
Bro,
So
you,
that one,
my
I'm
man.
not waste my
I'm
time.
gonna say any book can be talking my English. Leave that thing.
I don't brag about my being school.
I agree with you, brother.
It is about my country. And when we say Liberia thing, when I say I'm a Liberia person, the land is there. But we inhabit the land are Liberians.
Indeed.
But appreciate the land. Appreciate the land first, but you appreciate the people who live on the land. If there are no land, nobody going to live on the land. So the English contest part will dread a lot of people in the contest, but they don't have the understanding. But the reality is, we must be more Liberia than a party, than an individual. Beyond mountain situation today, we got more than 50 or 8 in Liberia. And if Vice President Kun, who the president that I did not really trust and believe, that I just gave a mere support to, can use his Vice President to uncover some of these truths, I'm urging President Bouaka, I'm urging somebody like you, Abba, who have close proximity to the presidency, that Vice President Kun should visit almost all the concessions.
No,
Liberians need to know.
it's going to happen.
We need to rise up.
It's going to
We need
happen.
to rise up.
It's going to happen. You see what the vice president did today. There are certain things that we hear that we are not, privileged to come out and say. Okay, there are a lot of these things that will go on in the country. Most of these companies should get ready and embrace themselves for impromptu visits from, if not the vice president, but something like an envoy from the president. Because look, the president receives every day up to date, detailed information as to what is happening in the country in terms of investment. Even the ArcelorMittal. That is why I hear people say that the president did there, he agreed to amend. Look, where we are, Nima Mountain is not like the mountain from the 1960s or the 1950s, because Lamborghini 1963. That time is gone. When the demand for iron ore was so high in the world, and Liberia was producing at that time some of the best grades today. The grade from that mountain is one of the lowest grades in the world because the people are exploring every day. They are discovering every day. Okay, so but if you are amazed that what we expected ArcelorMittal to have done in Yekepa, because the Yekepa that I was born in, the Yekepa that I grew up in, that from November to January and early February was the most coldest time of the year that we could not even just come outside. Very cold. Electricity, hot water, cold water, everything sanitation. You could not find snake easily in Yekepa. We live the best today. You have ArcelorMittal. We hope that the vice president and the president will take a further step to go into the Yekepa era. Yekepa had a central system that could provide electricity from Soko Valley. Today, you have pocket generators all in the communities in Yekepa. Street lights are not constant. We hope that the government can go further. It's what we are hearing, but we hope that the vice president, but the vice president is from Nima, okay? Because traditions and things so that can hamper people speed when they want to do things. But we hope that the vice president have the courage to go to that Yekepa also when he reached there on his schedule to make some demands for the people of that county, to make demands for the people of Bong County, to make demands for the people of Grand Bassa County, going further into the southeast as they are preparing to ensure that there's a mineral development agreement is there for the people of the Jida lands, that we must learn from what is happening in these areas. Because, brother, a company money 1.62 billion per annum. How much is Liberia getting? Royalty. Liberia need to increase its royalty. Royalty is just 5%. 5% is royalty.
5% of royalty.
It's royalty.
1.16 billion, 1.6 billion, whatever it is.
Yes.
We stand to lose all our value to foreigners. That's what just it says to us. We stand to lose all our values.
Indeed. Indeed. Thanks a lot for coming in, my brother.
Honestly, people who call themselves politicians in Liberia, it is to the verge of our truth. To the extent that someone, if you want to say you want to choke them to death, because people are aware of this. People are aware of this.
Indeed.
But they do deny it. They do deny the people who give them the authority. But
Indeed.
I think there is a time that you and myself have to play a civilized campaign. And I heard you talking, say 2029. When somebody asks you a question, you say 2029, you'll be on the battlefront. Myself will be on the battlefront, and I'll be on the battlefront in a different form, in a different manner.
My boots will be on the ground, brother.
I think it's about time we tell the people some of this truth, this uncovered truth that has been covered today by the vice president. Because
Indeed.
this cannot be in Ghana.
It can't.
This cannot be in Ivory Coast. It cannot be having Sierra Leone. With all of the money activity, imagine also foreigners sit into the gold melting room. Not a single library. Even if that library is compromised, I know he has that library. He or she may have a friend. He will sit somewhere out there and say something. Somebody will grab something. He will have a photo. He may share it. And because information dissemination comes in different form, he may not go to the public and say it. But because he calls Abo as a friend, they may have conversation. They say, you could open your phone shop and say, okay, let me show you the photo.
Indeed.
And yes. So we need more of this kind of visitation. We need more of this kind of information. I think this information alone has still a better debate for 2029. And let me tell you this, I will be more political right now.
Yeah.
The reason I want to be more political right now is I want to give our President Jeremiah as a young man, 46-year-old young man, an opportunity that he can become a better leader. Let me push President Bouaka that 2029 is crucial. 2029 is crucial right now. We have to set the basis. I think they need to set the basis right now.
They do.
2029 is crucial. Because if these things come to light and people who deserve to know, I think the debate will turn around for 2029. I don't care how many propaganda step on Waterspoon on the rest of the guys said.
Santon Papa, we can choose Santon anytime. Having all of those views, having
I want for him to be our conversation. I want to be who love like the children snake. You love your children, your children snake as a pet to play with.
man, that man when the time come we'll deal with that man. But who's to
But most importantly, right now, this mineral thing that happened today in our country, it is far beyond just today. Right now, to speak about people are still money tonight.
Yeah.
They are still melting a lot of gold. So even when very President Jeremiah can go the way I said debate, even if it's that be as hasty as possible to make people to the president right now. And this is one of the sycophantic things I don't like about people. The president surrounding is very sycophantic.
Very.
There are a lot of people who be in government who stay around the president who believe only they and their children should benefit. And this is someone where I always tend to be very, very sarcastic when it comes to these things. President Bola has a very good intention. Similar President, we are saying good intention.
Yeah.
But the surrounding kills him.
It kills them. Yeah.
And I think we who have this opportunity now, we have to discourage President Bola, surrounding. And how can we discourage it? Is by going on these kind of arguments and making people who are very close to him to not give him wrong information. If the vice president go and deliver the information, they should not go there and hear about the president. That concession must be caught by the time the legislature get back in May. They recall. Even if the recall can be part of the.
If they can add it on the agenda, it will be good.
And the agenda, I think beer money will be the whole process will be halted until they come back in May. Let it be a money wait until May. Let the all the money processes until May. The legislature come back, and there should be a first on the agenda to call beer mountain to provide all of the different expenditure for the past year they've been in Liberia, review all of the different expenses they made, what they benefit as a company, the profiting, and review the concession. We don't need royalty anymore.
That royalty there, it deprives the country, it robs the country. Okay.
It's not just even robbing the country, but it killed the entire generation.
It
killed generations.
Indeed.
Yes.
Thanks for being there, my brother.
But you gotta send me the link on my WhatsApp, man.
Okay, I'll do that.
Send it to my WhatsApp number.
Yeah. The links alternate per day. If I log tomorrow, it will be different link. So the link. Yeah.
If you want me to be a part of the conversation, I can be a free.
Okay, so send me the message. Send me the message on the WhatsApp. Send me the message on the WhatsApp. That I was saying this link right now.
I just send you hi only before I go call in. So
okay. Okay, no problem, brother. I'll do that. Thanks a lot. Yeah.
Thank you so much for the show.
You're welcome, brother. You're welcome.
All right.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, he's the one here. So, well, okay. I just sent it to you. So guys, there are a lot of things. There are a lot of cleaning up that has to be done. Zanga, how you doing? I hope you're doing okay. Let me see if I can find Zanga here on the messenger. Guys, keep sharing the show. Let me share the link with Zanga. Gerald should have come up, but Gerald is a little bit busy, so Gerald cannot come on. Gerald cannot come on. Okay, Zanga, I just sent you the link. Okay, so this thanks a lot, Hawa. Thanks a lot. Okay, but okay, I can send you the link right now, Hawa. Okay, let me send you the link, Hawa. It's Hawa, H-A-W-A, Hawa Evelyn. Guys, I'm bringing. Let me go down here before Zanga be on here. I don't see him. Hawa, I'm sending you the link now. Okay. It's EVELYN. Okay. Hawa Golake. Okay. Hawa Golake. I just sent you the link, Hawa. I sent you the link. If you don't find it in your main inbox, then you must go to your spam inbox, because maybe if we're not friends and I send you the message, it will come into your direct inbox and it may go into your spam inbox. Okay, then you will find it. You will see me. Then your spam inbox is the only way you will be able to get it. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome, Mama. You're welcome. So, guys, this is what has been happening to Liberia. You know, and I think this president, look, and Jeremiah is very smart. Jeremiah is very smart. There's a certain point when this guy here was explaining to the vice president about how many they generate a day. The vice president was quick to calculate and tell him, so you produce 1 ton of gold a day. And he said yes. The vice president, the man is a businessman. Okay, the man comes from Nima. There are minerals in Nima, there are golds in Nima, diamonds, silvers. It's in Nima. This man has passed through everything. He's been tested. That is why it's good to have somebody knowledgeable. Welcome, my brother.
Thank you, Abba. This is Jacob, my man. Thank you for the link, and I appreciate
Welcome.
it.
You're welcome, brother.
Yeah, so as we were saying, thank you for the show, and I appreciate the work you do. And this is about time we just talk beyond Liberia. We look at it from a broader perspective.
Yeah.
Let not be political party sentimental. Let be more focused on the reality. The truth that has been uncovered today, it is just huge, and it's just enough that we as Liberians should go beyond political party lines and should go beyond just the ordinary microphone and see our brothers in hinterland and compel ourselves who live better life, who have ascribed or who have become more detrimental to them, to see reason at this time that they should stand to benefit from some of these good things. So it's a fair thing, Abbott, and I think you and I, who have the voice to speak for our people, let us not do it based on political party connection or governmental connection, but let us do on passion and love for country. And I really appreciate you for this show. And as I start this show today with you, I pray that every time I have this kind of opportunity to come and sit there and share my own experience when I was in government or when I was around, some of the things I knew and I saw and how we can work about it. Because I have an experience working in all 15 counties in Liberia. I know some of the challenges our people go through. I got some very good photos that I can even share with you about, that you can even display on the show with that side for that side Eastern Road. Seeing myself, not just anybody, myself in some of these photos on the road and picture it, comparing it to now. So it is just bigger than what we think, but I think it's just fair that we have this kind of conversation and openly being honest to ourselves and just see it just beyond supporting a party versus the reality of our people. So my brother, I appreciate it. Thank you for accepting your platform, and I'm so happy, I'm honored that you and I can have a conversation to talk about some of these issues.
You're welcome, my brother. There is the people's platform. Zanga, how you doing, my brother?
What's up, my brother? How are you?
Yeah, I'm sure you've been following.
You know, look, just what my brother saying. I think I love what the VP is doing. And one thing I love about our VP is not someone that can sit in office. He is always on his feet. This is the time that whole Bear Mountain, they should be closed right now. They should close that whole Bear Mountain. There's organ coming back that this entire Senate and House of Representative people on. There should be serious discussion about the people. Look, let me tell you something, Albert. You know, I'm from the Kokoya region, and the last time I sent you some video, but I will try and find it recently.
Okay.
There's a thing. I mean, there's a conception people that is operating in the Kokoya region, beyond Bon County. Almost similar thing like that is going on there. You
MG?
know? Yes, I think MG go.
Yeah.
Our people said this. Some of the representatives sat down in Morovia and they're riding these big cars, and I don't know how they're representing their people. The people sit in Liberia and exploiting the country, my brother. Look at the amount of gold that the people can send out of that country every year. And every day when you talk about it, they say, oh, they will do the one, they're not doing nothing. I think this is the time that since they don't want to work, let the people visit all these places. The thing that they're supposed to do, if they're not doing it, they should shut down. I saw that thing that I felt so bad. If the people have been in your country more than 25 or 30 years, what do we in your country?
Nothing.
What are the people benefiting? See the
But I'm not
consequences.
cutting you, my brother. But you don't have to say 25 or 30 years. Just look at calculate President. We are just the concession was signed during President Sedi turning. So let leave President Sedi turning or because that concession was just signed. We're trying to mobilize themselves, getting the groundwork rolling. But then President we are said 6 years was a year of real operation. Do the mathematics of President we are 6 years and see how much they have exploited us over the years, because that's exploitation. And this is why we have to start to conscientize our people when it comes to election, who to elect and who not to elect. Because this is not just only about President Weah. It's not unique to just to President Weah. It's not just unique to President Boyka or neither President Serif. Because there are different functions of different people. That's why we have a governance system that have 3 different branches of government. And these 3 different branches have 3 different functions. And the first branch of government has most of the authority that lead to most of these things that are happening today. So the legislature, we don't just have to look at just the president. Let us just think about it beyond just the presidency. Although we agree that we have a bicameral legislator, we have a kind of executive that influence our legislator, but we still have men and women that do sit in that chamber that make some better argument. Can we stand up with them and support them in some of these arguments, and not just to go there for pocket change or not just to support a bill?
So Zanga, let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question. So looking at the calculation that we've had so far, okay. I know the owner stated, okay, because the vice president being in that production room today, the supervisor himself, I'm sure he was shaking. So he tells the vice president that they produce about 900 kilograms per day. And that 900 kilograms, when you multiply it by the existing rate per kilogram, they are like importing about 135,000 US dollar worth of gold per day. And if you multiply that per month before you go to the other one, and you multiply everything by 12, you get 1.62 billion United States dollars. Now, workers are working on this kind of there's a noise coming from somewhere.
Yeah, I think that the person that just came on, I don't know whether you put somebody on.
Yeah, I think that my sister Hawa. Just me, your mag mama. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, she's good now. Now, I think don't you think it is time that the labor ministry comes in with its financial people, accountants, to be able, or the GSC, because the GSC go beyond the borders of government, even the private. That is why it's called the supreme or the institution of the country. Looking at to audit the overhead cost, know what is the personnel cost, the production cost, the remittances to government, and to see if they are following fair labor practice to be able to help the people who live within that locale, and also see the counter development remittances to the people of Cape Mal County. How are you doing, my sister? Welcome to the podcast. Zanga, why?
Hello, everybody. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. Yeah.
Let me tell you, Albert, before all of these things that you are saying you are right, that is what need to be done. But they need to close these people down ASAP, my brother. Albert, when I saw that video today, I'm like, you know, this is why sometimes, just what my brother was saying, Albert, it is not one person that constitutes a government. Everybody, every individual in the government have his or her function. What are the lawmakers doing? They just go in there every day. Just day before yesterday, look at our lawmakers, like kids, just disturbing, causing for nothing noise. And they've been paid all that huge salary. Look at the kind of thing that going on right in the eyes. All of their watch. Look, my sister, go ahead, man. I'm just speechless, man.
Welcome, Hawa. Welcome, Hawa, to the podcast. I'm sure you were following the show. What is your take with respect to what we discovered through the vice president today? You know, the people from those affected counties, they've complained a lot. Environmental factors, development factors, okay, labor factors, and at the end of the day, to discover today how much is being exploited that comes from beneath the soil of the people who are crying every day. at the
Yeah, like,
hands of
bro, we
the
know.
employers.
Well, first, to introduce myself, I'm Hawa Evelyn Golakai. I actually come from some of the counties, from some of the area that have been affected. Like the
Yeah, I wanted to
Korakone
ask the question what
area in Grand
how I
Cape
from
County.
Cape Mon.
Yes.
I wanted to say how I from Cape Mon. The how I can call you.
Yes, it's Hawa.
Cape Mon
Yes,
Hawa.
it's Hawa from Cape Mount. So it is very, very sad to know that our country is being ripped every day of our natural resources. And the people we expect to protect the country, to be patriotic to the country, are not, because most of them only care about their pockets. So I think, sometimes the Liberian people don't know how much power they have, and they do not know when to protest. They do not know what they should be protesting about. So we will be calling on our representatives and senators every day to do the right thing. If they can, we're going to look for people that are willing to see our country go forward. In fact, currently, because my dad come from the Korakone area, and we never knew that the town, because my grandfather, my dad, father was a chief during those days, and we actually sit on a huge deposit. I can't remember the mineral he said, and they said, I think during the ending time, there was this man from a geologist from the Netherlands that kept going there. And you know what, people are not literate to a lot of things, so they just open their arms to everybody. I think these people have been testing the soil to know what's there. And 2 weeks ago, he came to my place and he was like, oh, do you know any lawyer? And I don't know any lawyer back home that can fully trust. I don't know. So he started to explain that they were asking them to leave the area. I said, for what? So I was like, nobody should leave the town until the government herself come and tell them and give them reason why. Like a white guy cannot just come in the town and say, oh, and then he was trying to argue because my dad gets very emotional and stuff. And he was like, oh, they said was doing. I said, no, Daddy, you are a teacher, a retired teacher, who actually is willing, he almost done to go back home and to help in the educational sector. My dad been teaching forever. He taught at Bontown before the war, before he came here to do his master's. And like the people cannot just go to your place and say, without showing any paper and so, and say, oh, we're going to relocate you, we are giving you anything. So like we're going to have to look for a way to fight, because if we have some huge deposit of mineral in our town, you can't just tell us to move. Like we have to sit at the table to negotiate, because our children, our people down the line have to benefit from whatever. And with the water pollution thing, I think the president, which I respect dearly, it's about time for him to start taking some steps on some of these ministers and stuff.
Thanks a lot.
You know, Abbott, let me just 1 second, Abbott. Somebody raised a very good point here that I just read. You need to try to get hold of the concession agreement, the document.
Yeah.
Because you see, where most of the things starts from is these concessions agreement that is signed with our government or with our country. That's where they put all type of nonsense inside because of chicken change. Our government officials and whosoever they agree. And at the end, for you to change that concession agreement, it can be a lot of work. So try and get hold of that thing. And this is not a little child discussion. When I say little child, I'm not saying it's not in a bad sense, but we need to go in depth of this entire thing. Because what I saw today is something that need to shake the entire country. And it is not only happening in Cape Mount. That is different thing happening all over.
It's happening all over the
Where they
country.
having the concession.
Now, what is happening with I think they should really access M&G, because like the Nigerian people will say in a romantic term, you sweet me, okay? They're trying to sweet the country, the president, okay? Where they are talking about building football academies in Bon County, I think it's beyond that. It's beyond that, okay? The government by itself is able to build these academies. It's only left for them to put the rightful measures into place. And I'm sure with the new youth and sport minister, she has a lot of potential, and it's what, because when a company begins to tell you that they're going to do this for you, they're going to do that for you, they are trying to buy you indirectly because of some of the bad practices that they are going on. I hope that the people of Bon County can speak on it. Is the only way that we are able to get this information. Now,
no,
Jacob, let me come to you. Sanga says something which is important. I want to drill you on this, because presently in the country, the issue of job is something that the government is really fighting to make sure it can bring investment to the country to be able to expand the private sector, which will provide jobs to the people. And Bear Mountain is providing a little bit of job with the kind of practices to carry on by labor practice as that. His suggestion is that the government should close this place ASAP. What do you think? Should we close it, or there can be measures to remedy these kind of situations?
Thank you again, Abbott, and let me say thank you to my brother and welcome my own sister. It's just fair enough that we become more intentional about some of these things, and let us not continue to sugarcoat these things and cosmeticize them. I think the lower cosmetizations have led our country to where it is today. What do I mean, Abbott? Let's be intentional. Intentional number one, let the company be closed. Those that are working with that company, people have been suffering and people are still suffering. If that company has or had good intention from the onset, I think where we are today, we're not going to be there. Let agree we're going to review the concession. Let's look at the different happenings with all of the different lines and different different thoughts in the concession. That's fair enough because it was we that made the mistakes because we signed those concessions. We allowed them. But here is one thing that happened about that all of us that did not take note of. And this president just took note of it. I don't know about what you are being very conscious of that. You talk about it, but you're not bringing it up to speed right now.
Wow.
You know one thing? It was the Chinese people worked the day by the assessment to show how many minerals we have. Because
Okay.
one thing is, before any company invest, you must do assessment. They did a lot of prospecting in Cape Mount. Like my sister Hawa said, you don't know that these prospecting people, they knew that there were going to be time that they were going to expand their operations. But you know what they do? They play on you and myself intelligence. So they come, they bribe our lawmakers, and I will use the word bribe. I will not hold back on it to say
Oh, yeah.
allegedly.
Yeah.
They bribe our lawmakers, and they agree. Most of them, they are not school. They don't read this paper.
Yeah.
They have people in their offices who someone would not even be able to read you 4 or 5 pages of those papers. And when they take these drafts, they sign this concession. These people go, sit, and add on this concession, and even go beyond this concession. Because this is Liberia. Liberia is a gullible society. Even when this concession are signed, people go beyond the concession. At the
Yeah.
end of the day, if you have a little man in the community who feels and think he understands the operations of certain things, who want to be a whistleblower, they suppressing, they kill him.
Yeah, the suppressing. Yeah.
They suppressing, they kill him. So it is just not beyond, it's just beyond not just signing your concession or signing your concession, but it is just something that you and I need to revisit and look at from a clear perspective with a good vision. And that's what I mean by saying you can close them down for now. Prospecting now should be not just be done by the Ministry of Lands, Mine, Energy, but it should be a collective thing, collective government effort thing with different land ministry, with people even from the private sector, including people from civil society. When prospecting have done, these reports should be compared holistically and be presented to the public that we can digest it. And this kind of argument, we cannot conform to this kind of argument anymore. I hope I'm making sense, because if you have the Lands, Mine, Energy who's going to do a prospect somewhere, you got a combo my young man who never even saw 5,000 US
Yeah.
and go do a prospect on a survey of a land that has more than 50, 60 billion that deposit, and a man look at you and getting 10,000 US. Do you think that man will not accept the 10,000? So it is just because then why you and I think it is about time, the way we start this kind of conversation, to make sense out of it. And I think we got to dialogue. That's why I said from the onset, let's not look at it from a political party standpoint. We'll come here to have the conversation. Let's do it Liberia way.
Yeah.
Indeed.
It's about
Indeed.
Liberia. It is not for a political party. And I speak from a Liberia standpoint. So it is about time that command should be hard, and then be hard. Those that are working there, they will not die. The God who made all of us, who think that we deserve to survive, that make Vice President Jeremiah going to become more visible in this government than any Vice President that I saw, and make President Boaga to be a president who does not value presidency and give it to his Vice President. It is about time that command be shut down. If those people don't eat, the family been eating. This God has been providing for all of us. We've been in this for very long, and this must stop. And it's about
Yeah.
time we show this responsibility, and we must help national government to push these things and these arguments. Our people must benefit. Kema don't have road, no good hospital, no water. You talk about evacuating people from their village where they live for more than 60, 70 years. Do you know what it takes? Government have eminent domain all this land. Fair. But you think government should just wake up one morning and just evacuate a citizen? No. There should be resettlement plan. In these places that money going on, I'll carry you back to the Ivory Coast as we started the conversation. Abbott, go to Ivory Coast, see where money are going on. Even Kitchen has electricity. You think Ivory Coast is better than Liberia?
I lived in the Ivory Coast from 1990 to 97.
I lived there the same time, and I came back to Liberia in 1997 as a young man. Today I got a boy head. It was Ivory Coast I got a boy head for. Because we used to go look for wood from a very long distance, and you have to tow that wood to bring it to wherever you are. So I know that my emphasis don't be on country that I've never seen. Country that I've seen that I have this experiences way, this is country that I speak to. So it is just fair that what my brother said is fair enough, and I said it before. Beer Mountain should be shut down now. Is that for 3 months until we can have that document being reviewed. Let's shut Beer Mountain now. That document should be reviewed, and let's go beyond royalty level now. We past royalty. Our people have suffered too much. Thank you, Abbott.
Welcome to the podcast, Maximus. I'm sure you've been
Oh my
following the
God, what's going on
podcast.
with the show?
Just before you come in, let's look at this statement from Fubi. Fubi said, "When I saw the video today, Albert, I cried. These people have been exploiting our country."
Are we there, Abbott?
Yes,
Yeah,
are you there? Are you guys there?
yeah, I can hear you, Abbott.
Is the rest of the folks getting me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hearing you. You hearing
Okay.
me?
Okay, yeah, because you were asking, are we there? Yeah. So Fubi said, when I saw the video, when I saw the video, Albert, I cried. These people have been exploiting our country. Then we sit here crying every day. We are suffering, no jobs, no
Yeah.
food to eat, etc. See the kind of let me remove this video. See the kind of resources that we have in Liberia. Oh my God, this is pathetic. Welcome to the podcast, my brother Maximus. I'm sure you've been following the podcast. Give your take, and then maybe we can get to another conversation.
Yeah, Abbott. I mean, my brother over there just actually spoke lengthily on what it means for us to be more nationalistic and kind of really take out the everyday politics when it comes to the natural resources being equitably redistributed with the people. And I hail from Grand Cayman County, and I know the condition of our people. And in fact, I have said it over and over and again. And many a times people don't understand that when I told people that I believe in the proponent that President Bouakai said that the resources on our feet is enough to keep everybody in that country comfortable. He was saying it from a point where he has done his own due diligence, and he know that there are a lot of things that have gone wrong over there. But the decision making in Liberia, people think it's just a one-man thing. And this one man idea where people want to make sure that if it is not said directly from the mouth of the president, that means nothing going to happen. No, that's not a leadership style. A true leader is the one who listens to the people who he entrusts with positions, and who are honest. And look, President Bakana know everybody in the government, and it's impossible for him to know everybody. And that's why when he listened to one of his cabinet retreat, he was querying some of the people and say, those people some of you are recommending, make sure you know them. Because everybody coming up with their own mindset, everybody coming up with their own agenda, not the agenda for the progress of the country. Everybody want an individual agenda. And when the president spoke, some people say he was threatening. No, he was not a threat.
There's a background noise from somewhere.
The resources that are in our country is enough. Liberia is
Just 1 minute.
So rich.
Just 1 minute. Can the rest of all just honor them, mute our microphones?
All right. Are we clear now? Yeah. So Liberia is so rich with these God-given natural resources. But how has it been managed? That has been our problem. There are people, full well that this concession is almost like the general mentality of a businessman to maximize profit. They want to make so much profit at the detriment of the people. So if you don't have people who are technocrats, people who are smart enough, and people who really have the heart, because that's what make the country not going nowhere. Because if you really get hard for that particular country, and you see somebody, you went on to do prospecting, and you see that there's a mineral over there, what billions of dollars that's people going to be exploiting, and you refuse to talk, and you prefer to go, you already discovered that these resources have been exploited, and you go behind the scene trying to raise a lamb, and somebody call you and give you 10,000 out of greed. You accept it and you compromise it. These are the people we call the national Jacobos. These are the Jacobos that are disturbing that entire country. And those people are people who, when they are caught, they should be, I don't know, we don't want to go to that part of it now. But you cannot harm the country in that way. If you see something, almost like we in the health field say, you see something, you say something. It will not cost you nothing because there are future generations that depend on the resources. If the healthcare delivery, because many other mineral agreements, they are not being upheld. The people will sign the agreement and say, "Oh, we'll build hospitals, we'll build this," but are they doing them? And then we got report that there are lawmakers who go behind the scene and receive something from these people. So those people who are the direct representation of the people who cannot speak to those companies simply because they have received some envelope on the table, they are causing serious problem to the country and the people at large. So this problem is not just, we all, and I'm happy now we're discussing it.
No.
And we have reached to the age of information. I'm happy that there's an advent of social media. When these things come up, we can all come and discuss the issue, talk about it, and so Liberians know that what's going on in the country, and then there'll be this reawakening spirit that everybody will get involved. And this thing is a country thing because it's not one man thing. You steal all that money, you carry, and you and your family enjoy. In the end, as someone that sickness will enter your belly, and you will call you the late one way or the other. I get back to you, Albert. You are muted, Albert.
No.
Yeah.
Albert, let me just say something. Well, let me just say something 1 minute. Look, family, let me tell you something. One of our biggest problems in Liberia is the justice system in our country. People all over the world, when it comes to your country and evaluate your justice system, and they notice that it is weak, they do anything to go scot-free. It's just as what happening in our country. Look, if the VP do a due diligence, there are people allegedly in the government and what are all of these things going? All of these things going on. But the thing is, nothing will come from out of here, my brother. Every day they were indicted. They were indicted. Before daybreak, are their case. Look, my brother. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, bro, sometimes you don't want to say certain things, but you just gotta say it. You looking at people damaging your country like that. But every day we begging. Oh, my boy, oh, we don't have a car. We need logistics. Hospital need medication. And we having money right on our feet. See the billions and billions of dollars these are taking from that country. And the justice system or everything with the lawmaker who everyone, they just ratting. They just passing around. They think gonna be 1 week talk or 2 week talk, my brother. Just watch it, you see they put up already again. Nothing gonna come out.
I agree with you, my brother.
All right, bro.
Can I say something, Albert? Like, I think in every society when
guess what? We are.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think in every society when a company come in and all the contracts and stuff are signed, and the company forfeit on what they're supposed to do, I think it should be grounds of them shutting them down right away. Because you cannot be taking the amount of resources you're taking out of a country.
I'm not hearing her. What's going on?
We are getting her.
I'm hearing her. Maybe you have to go out and come back in. I'm hearing her loud and clear.
Go ahead, Hawa.
Because you cannot continue to take the resources out of the country, and the environment in which you are operating is like some 18th century place. So I think I agree with everybody here that, at a point, our government should be able to say, you know what, let's stop everything. Let's take a deep breath, review all the paperwork, and push our lawmakers. I know sometimes, and I understand the president's intent. He does not want to be a president that is reaching beyond his bound. But at a point, we need to be like, you know what? This is our country. We cannot allow our country to go down the path in which it's on. So I hope the president can really look into it, and I hope he can reach out, because we now have a speaker that comes from the ruling party. So the speaker should have some spine. I mean, he should be able to do the right thing, not just passing around and donating
Yeah.
or so. But that is the reason why the ruling party is in power. That is one of the reasons why they want a speaker, because that speaker should be able to steer so many wheels in the right direction. Thank you.
You're right. You're right. I agree with you. So I mean, everybody is right. Like almost every one of you on the panel tonight, in agreement. The three of you, Maximus, you, Hawa, Zanga, and the other brother Jacob was there. You guys are keen on the government letting them to go, or maybe pay some fines or suspend them. But I look at it from a different point. Okay, which I understand every one of you point, but I as a indirect mouthpiece of the government also, where we receive barrage of calls like almost every day, and sometimes you receive about 300 messages. It's difficult to position as some of us find ourselves, because we want to see these people working, even though amidst the hardship and bad labor practices. The question that we ask is, if we allow them to go home now, there's somebody down here. How are they going to feed their family? They are among. Jacob, go out and come back. Okay, please go out and come back. Okay, now you're there. Okay, now you're there. Now, these are among the fortunate few in the country that presently are afforded the opportunity to work. Imagine how many persons work with Beer Mountains, the locals. How many families will be hurt? The local economy. How is it going to be hurt? Are we considering those factors? How?
Yeah, I understand what you are saying, but let's say if we find this, how much usually when you even look at Liberia fines, it's laughable. Somebody, a company is taking billions and billions of dollars out of your country, and then when you see they fine 100,000, they start. I mean, I'm not saying kick them out completely, but halt everything for some time, come back to the table, and negotiate very fair for the people. Because to be frank, I was born in Cape Mount in Benaja, Papa district, and my how to call it, going back there is still the same. Like, if you are taking a very huge amount of resources out of a county, we should see that county and know this company have been operating for how long, and there is no hospital. Even the living quarter that I think they had to force them to start building. Like, it made me think about when the Firestone plantation, when they built those areas, knew that, like, just like Marsh Back says, these people cannot come to our country and treat us like we are on some plantation. We need each other. It should be a mutual relationship, but they cannot treat us like we are slaves in our own country. And then they pollute the waters. Kids are dying, and because our people are not knowledgeable enough, they think it's witchcraft. Everything is witchcraft in Liberia, or it's some demon possessed. So some of these things, the government really need to come on. But EPA and labor, one thing I realized in Liberia coming up, our regulatory bodies do not work because they love their pocket too. They send them in a field, and they will go and collect money and come and sit down. So we need strong regulatory bodies. We need people on these people, because they need your resources. They need it. That is one thing we need to know. You need it more. So we have to negotiate in a way that the people will benefit. Thank you.
I agree with you. So, Maximus, you heard what I said. Do you have anything to say towards that, and then we can switch it up?
Well, Albert, the sympathy that you share mostly for our people, but sometimes when you look at it again, how long with shivering bread tremble before their keeper? How long with our people continue to say, oh yeah, let the people be operating, they'll be eating small, maybe it will get better tomorrow? How long can we continue saying that? This is an age-old problem, and it has become like a vicious cycle now. The same old mentality, and nobody want to be innovative, to change, just to break that particular chain, to say, oh no, we must do the right thing. How many men of courage will say, look, let's just halt everything. Let's halt it. Let's go back and revisit the agreement. Let's go line by line to see which of those, which of those criteria or which of those agreement lines that you have accomplished, and which one you need to do immediately. There should be no negotiables. There should be no negotiable. Certain agreements there, especially people were taken out of their homes because he wanted to get a mineral from there. And you can't even believe it, that in fact now the people of Grand Cayman County could pick up arms and drive BF Mountain out of there. Just for the revelation that billions of dollars is being taken right on their feet, and they can't even boast of stable electricity. They can't even boast of a well-standardized research hospital. They should be having a research hospital over there.
Indeed.
From the resources that's being gathered from over there, they should be having a university over there, not even a community college. So they should not, this thing has been really disturbing. In fact, when I saw the report, it's disturbing. And that's why I admire the resilience and tenacity of the vice president. And I want to appreciate the president for trusting the vice president with that responsibility. Go and see for yourself. I know the vice president was in Iwi when he saw that. And the vice president is a very smart man. He has already observed everything. He's not going to talk too much. He's not a man of many words, but in effect, he has observed everything. But he's going back now and sit with a team, and then they can dissect, they go through everything, come up with a comprehensive report and meet the president and give him his update. But if I was in that position today, I was going to stop operation immediately and effectively. Stop all operation for now. Our people, you're not there at all. Nothing will happen to you. You get hang on there. People went in waiting there for 40 years. And what God got for them, God sent it for them. So don't tell me that the government get emergency funds to provide food and something for people, for just so that they can hold on, so they can reevaluate all those things that are going on over there. The government have the means to do that. The government can do that. But this is very, very, very cardinal. If you look at that particular resources that are living over there, the value of the resources that are living over there, it is giving our people conditional reflexes now, because they know what happened to the people in at Firestone. You saw that the Firestone situation now is creating a bad image for imagery in the mind of our people. So when they even think about what happening right now, is that it look like they're seeing Firestone cycle here, because they get taking the thing, we're not seeing anything up to now. See 1926, we not even get tire make for our rubber from Liberia. Not even car tire. They get started with a bicycle tire or rebar tire. So that is a shame. And we live in the age of nanotechnology, with all the vast things that are going on in Liberia, the oldest republic, on one of the oldest republics on the continent, and we stay behind, lacking everything, and we stay out there fighting to get donor funding, fighting to get loans from World Bank, fighting to get loans from European Bank, fighting to get loans from African Development Bank, just to develop our infrastructure when we already have the resources that can help accelerate that process. I go back to you, Abba.
Look at beautiful Kidman County. Look at beautiful Kidman. I went to that county. I went to Kidman County. I think 2005 during the 2005 campaign. County is beautiful. It's the first place I saw the bluefish, and sometimes I argue with people. I say I think some of the most beautiful women in Liberia come from Grand Kidman County. Seriously,
Of course, that is
seriously.
without iota of doubt. That's true.
Just as you see the beautiful feature.
Very
of the
true.
county.
Yes.
Just as you see the beauty. So now I try to ponder among the women from Lofa County again, and the women from Kidman County. Grand Kidman House, this beautiful feature. Lofa County House, the mountains, those beautiful features, and I mean everything. These two counties just come with all of the packages. Look.
Yeah,
It's
but we have both. We have mountains too. So
Okay,
we
yeah.
have mountains and the lakes and all those.
We got some
beautiful
good landscaping too. Very beautiful show. And Albert,
Surely.
let me just shape this in real quick. And you see this Bible spot was one of the selected port of entry. You remember we have the Rabas port, we have the Freeport, and we have the Harper, something like that. Harper, yeah. So if Beer Mountain, in
That's what-
all fairness, they should have created a shipping port right in this Rabas port.
Just 1 minute.
Oh yeah.
On the line of a company operating like
That is coming in low, Albert.
You coming in very low.
see on the line of company operating like we have some of this company that will come our country to work and our pocket benefit and derive from the agreement and the lawmakers when they bring the concession agreement. Our people need to go through it, know what is there for our people to benefit. Now the other company, they are like president rich country. We say we're a poor country. We're not poor. We got resources that can help our country to be good up. But people are not managing it. You see, Burkina Faso, who need that the president can go ahead and do all the great work in Burkina Faso with the low resources they have. But the developing our country, they don't need the Western people to do anything there. But what they got, they can depend on it. Like, bro, I have to start thinking like that. Let's start corrupting our own country. Or some other foreign country company will come in and you will try to go shipping. I heard of the former president company. Somebody from Jamaica, their connection will be a mountain. And the Jamaican people running that place, the people who get that company, I think they got to live with the former president.
Okay.
So the people in the the company they brought into to mine or diamond in our country or mine gold. Some of the companies they're not telling people where we are. They don't talk anything there. Once the guy wants somebody get a envelope package for that long representing our place, and they got envelope for all of them. And they don't say, okay, we got $2 billion for you. So that money that they can share out with, I don't care what coming there for the people. People in Liberia, you're mine, and our pocket benefit for nothing. Somebody brought fires to. I live in Texas. We look at time. And with the larger rubber plantation in the world, Liberia, fires too. Apart from Malaysia, like top fresh. No. And we can't even manufacture tires in our country. It's a big shame.
It's a shame, yeah. Thanks a lot, my brother. Thanks a lot. I really appreciate it.
Let's stop thinking big and bringing tactics in our country to manufacture things that our people can get our youth. 75% population is young people. We a job. We set up population across the country. And brought that moving forward, and we'll be one of the best countries in the world. But we have to work hard towards it and make sure that nobody take our resources out of the country.
Indeed. Thanks a lot, my brother. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, go ahead. It was Maximus, eh?
Yeah, I was saying Rabaport by now should be a port city, a beautiful port city, because we have the space there. The inland port now that the Chinese are building over there, creating that artificial inland port in District 17 over there, Ramos already get a spot. Bear Mountain should look. These people just joke. Look, they just joke with us. Let me call it like that. They just make fun out of us and give us chicken change. Because I know those guys be sitting and be laughing. Because if you see the disparity between the amount of money that they spend on social corporate responsibility, the amount of money that they spend on minimum agreement, and when they do their math, it's not even equivalent to the amount of money that they pick up over there per week. The disparity is so wide. Why will you be so wicked? That is complete sheer wickedness. You came to a country, yes, that is virgin in everything, inexperienced. We don't have too many people who have the skill, the technical know-how. You are not even training people. You are not even trying to say, oh, let's take Liberians to go and that's where I get problems sometimes with the government. Because in this era, government by now should be looking at all the concession era and ensuring that people are educated Liberians. That's how the Libyan did when the exploitation of oil began in the country. It was all taken over by foreign people. The president that time said, no, we have to have Libyans over there at the echelon to see and to know what's going on. And Libyan was sent for studies and they came back and took over. It is not a bad thing for Liberia to have their own mineral company or state only.
Right.
It's not a bad thing.
I agree with you.
It doesn't mean that we can have a private partner and collaboration. We can have it, but we should have a state owned, something that belongs to the Liberian people, something that the Liberian people will say, oh yes, this is the result of the labor. This is what our forefathers, this is where our forefathers settled, this is where they prayed to God for. But imagine Grand Cayman County. Everything. That's why you see some of the folks be laughing at, oh, I say, you don't blame us. They say we get our pepper from Morovia. We get everything from Morovia. When in fact,
when in fact,
my family, don't get me all laugh out.
but that's a reality. But because listen, this is me. I'm looking at it from the metaphysical standpoint. When you look at this entire thing, how would a man not come to Morovia to get pepper when he is isolated and he's not given the basic thing that will give him even the energy? They may not even get the energy. How will you even go to the farm to make pepper? They may have been economically strangulated. You have been economically dispossessed. You break that man down completely. Man, muscles are weak, and in fact, most of them get muscular. Look, but people who growing pepper, you know what happening there.
My own brother, so different.
Yeah, the paralyzed our people.
Family.
Like
this our people. We all of the little weaker muscle they come to Morovia and buy the pepper, but they still survive. But the reality is that desperate destitution of our politicians that cause our people to be there. We have to hold it in the nature and form in which that we got to start choking these guys to the throat. And that is where we are at this point. Because you being told, family, I know, I feel how angry you are. I feel that genuineness in you. I know what it takes. But you see, the one you say you go to a farm market on Saturday, that traffic is one of the annoying traffic in the whole Republic of Liberia. To a farm market traffic. You sit in that traffic for more than 4 hours. Who don't go back for that market? Our brother and sister from Kima and Bomi.
The measure the muscle weak, but every day see pregnant women.
The muscle in the waist is different from the muscle.
And that's the fair truth, honestly. That is a fair truth.
It's very hard to defend.
No, very hard to defend.
Look, the thing about most of them are scholarly now. Most of them began scholar because of that reason. They just go down into education.
Family, no. We're not yourself. If that was the reason for
let's-
becoming scholars, we know Kante and Rana who get scholars, but
I think it's just an individual thing.
I know. So
Yeah,
guys, let's take the
for
let's
me,
take
it's
the
not
break.
one thing in Cape Town.
Okay,
That's the
let's
thing,
take
my man.
let's take
Hey,
this break and then
beautiful land.
let's take
That's
this break and then we
beautiful
can have the next conversation. We'll call it on night and we'll be back on Monday.
Welcome, welcome to the political replay. Yeah, man. Feel the rhythm, feel the message. Welcome to the political replay, where the voices rise every day. From the streets to the radio play, we bring the truth in every way. Welcome to the political replay, the best in show business, hear what we say. We echo the voice of the government strong, breaking it down in a lyrical song. JNB and JKK on the mission again, building up the nation from now till when. From the city lights to the village lane, you can see the progress, you can't complain. Road development, that's JNB and JKK. School rising up, yeah, we say okay. Health improvement every single day, JNB and JKK lead the way. Roads from farms to market, that's JNB and JKK. Security standing firm, no delay. Who wants development? Hear the people say. The Libyan people out and clear today. From the hills to the coast, feel the vibration.
So guys, welcome back. It's Jake. Y'all know for me, my JB business, JKK business can't play with. So well, I have the show going a little bit. I have to bring that in. So just to talk on this, passing through, and there's a lot of things that is going on in the country personally in terms of development. Okay. The government is not there yet. Okay. For me, I can't say the government is around even 50% or 60%, but what they've done in the 3 years, I think, is massive. Now, what you're looking at there is George Weah in Margibi County years back when he was in power, when the C.H. Rennie Hospital was burnt down. And I think they broke grounds for that hospital. I think the 2 or 3 different times under George Weah's administration. And to date, they didn't build that hospital. Okay. And Joseph Yuma Bwaka at this point is building the hospital. Like we can see it. Let me just mute this guy. Is the hospital that they are building there presently?
This is C.H. Rennie Hospital. C.H. Rennie Hospital, a newly constructed hospital by the President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency President Joseph Nima Bwaka. And this project started sometime last year, December. And currently today, see the massive structure that is ongoing here. See the word. This is gigantic. Let me use that phrase. Gigantic. Watch my tongue. You see this area? This is the ER. Let me show you something. This is the ER. Guys, you see the area? See how far this project has gone. I want to say thanks to the President of Liberia. I want you to tag the President and tell him there is 250 bedrooms hospital for Liberians, for people that live in Margibi County, to have access to what we call quality health care. Healthcare delivery is very essential. Under the Ministry of Health, we prioritize the Liberian people health. See the hospital, see the space. There's just an ER. See one ER, you call us a bit chicken. On the JMB, everything just massive. Everything is just gigantic. Everything is just unprecedented, man. Guys, share the video.
So these are one of the things that are going on presently. So Margibi gave that vote to I mean anybody can feel free to speak your mind on this subject. Okay. Whether you align or you do not align, feel very free to speak your mind on the subjects. And Joseph Yuma Bwaka is on his administration. It's not he who is building it, but the government of Liberia is building it, because he doesn't like for these things to be attributed to him. Now, when it comes to our people going again from the western part of the country, like bombing, Cape Mar County, there's a massive road construction going on now. From Mandina to Robertsport, I'm sure it's almost like completed. They started asphalt paved road in Robertsport to beautify Robertsport more, to be able to attract more tourism in that aspect of the country, that part of the country. And then on the 18th of this month, the president is going to break the grounds for the the actual beginning of the construction of asphalt paved road from St. Paul Bridge to Bow Waterside, and from one of these places all the way to Bombing Hill. So let's bring one of my most active picking to I didn't upload him, yo. I'm sorry. I didn't upload him. GMB son, I didn't upload him here tonight. I didn't upload him here tonight. But here is it. I think that's how the country has been neglected also, like the Southeast. And considering that this government is just carrying out this road infrastructure network development all over the country, and the western part, the bombing, especially the bombing at Cape Mount, is actually prioritized by the president. What is the makeup of that? Let's start with Howard.
Oh, this is it's really a good thing because that is an international highway from St. Paul all the way to Bow, and then it's going to branch up from Clay to Bombing. That is very impressive. Sometimes people like roll. Oh, we're going to eat roll. Yes, you can eat roll because roll brings.
Sibo, so officially the groundbreaking ceremony from St. Paul Bridge all the way to Bow Waterside. They will be doing the groundbreaking ceremony on the 18th of this month. And guess what? President Julius Maada Bay will be on the groundbreaking ceremony in Robertsport, Grand Cape County. See, this side of this bridge, nobody been using this side. So we only be using this one bridge. So now, after the finish doing the groundbreaking, other people will be working from Douala coming on this side. So they will start working on the bridge. So the people will be using this side. At the same time, they will start working from here all the way going. And so now, the people have all they start clearing from Bombing County all the way going to where they will be having the program. So they now start clearing the whole entire area for this month, the 18th, to start the groundbreaking. And on the 20th of this same month, they will start the work from St. Paul Bridge. So the St. Paul Bridge, from St. Paul Bridge all the way going to Bow Waterside. So watch the pavement of the road facing. See what we came out to. That Bombing County road we also show on our side of the sea. The greater in the road. Show we came out to Bombing County. Your congrats, President Bouaga, to the comment section. You see, man, you and my.
So, guys, this is massive. This is massive. What is going on around the country? My apologies for my rudeness. The video
It's
just
okay.
prop out to control it coming on the screen is not so easy. So go ahead. My apologies.
Yes, to be frank, this is my first time seeing a president or any administration working with the speed that this administration is taking. And it's very I mean, I don't have a word for it, but I am impressed. I never knew I would see a president that would take his country first in my life.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that road from St. Paul all the way to Bow is very important because that is an international route. And usually people will be like, oh, that road will eat. Yes, you can eat road because the opening of that corridor will bring a lot of economic opportunity to the country, to both Sierra Leone and Liberia. So yes, I am very happy and I'm very glad that I did support President Bouakai. And we hope that other people in the government will do more for to help everybody push the country in the right direction. That is all we're hoping for. But I'm very happy for that corridor to be opened up.
I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. Jacob, look, you see what is happening because the same guys who are developing the road that will take from Bon Mine Bridge going all the way to Robertsport, and you already have from Medina to Bow Waterside, you already having from Medina going to Robertsport. These are the same people, the Pavi that are coming from from Mendocoma coming to Vonjaman, and you have the other group, the Chinese group, taking it from Salaye, pushing towards Vonjaman. I mean, you see the network of, this is what we call road network, okay, where you see presently also between Bapolu and Bon County, the president now is building a bridge, a modern bridge. Oh, he's gone. Is building. Are you there, Maximus? Okay, he's building a bridge that will bridge between the western part of the country and the central part of the country. It has never been so. To come from Bapolu, you always have to pass around. So by next year, you'll find out that you'll see that from Bapolu or from Cape Mount, you can come to Bomi, get to Bapolu, and come all the way to Bon County. If you want to come to Nimba County or go to Lofa County, you can do it, or you can come to Monrovia and go to Grand Bassa. So it's like that one opening of that bridge between the western and the central part of the country is going to create a very huge effect, both for the western, the central part, and going to the eastern part of the country. Maximus, your view on what you saw there with GMB son and what I just said.
Listen, I'm so impressed. And right now, the work these guys are doing, I spend hours scrolling on my phone every day just to see Darius, just to see JMB son, and the rest of the other guys, Project Omar, and all those guys, all out there in every corner of the Liberian society, showcasing the massive infrastructural work. And well, some people will always interpret it their own way, and it's okay because that's democracy. But when President Boubacar said road, 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 and road, he was very emphatic. And he was saying it from a point of wisdom. Because listen, if we have good roads in our country, all of these companies that people think we want to bring investors in the country. So in fact, when this guy came recently to Liberia, this TAF guy came to Liberia, if we have bad road, how would he have reached to the area he went to see, the area the government had? And you know,
Indeed.
how?
Indeed.
So we need to open the country. And he was so impressed. He came to Robertsport. That happened. He came to my county. And he was so much in love. He was lying on the floor.
Oh.
You see that?
The thing that man saw.
Listen.
I mean, thinking about the Gambia. I mean, thinking about the Gambia, but the freedom he saw, the space.
The space. There are a lot of lands. You know, there are a lot of places out there. That's why he said we do not want to focus on the urban area. We want to be in the rural area. We want to go on the outskirts. We want to build a mini city. And you know, that's how people who. But we cannot do all of this without having roads. You see what I'm saying? The roads need to be opened up, and that's what this government is committed to doing. And I'm very impressed. See the hospital. We saw how the Shields Running Hospital got their fire, and we saw the audio groundbreaking ceremony. We saw that. We saw the big giant size billboard with architectural image on it, but it was all a mirage. We saw that. But for the president, in his wisdom, to be so steadfast, to be fast about going over to the poor oil, gigantic 250 bedroom hospital. And now, not only that, but the entire city laid out for Magibi. In fact, not only that, he's not only doing it for Magibi, he has mandated the public work that all of the cities in all of the counties should be laid out. That is a major infrastructural push for the country. And that's why people will feel encouraged. If Liberians, let me tell you this, I've heard this in several chat rooms, Liberians are more confident in this government than any other government ever in the history. They are more confident in coming back home. In coming back home. You feel secure in coming back home now to do stuff without people running after you without looking over your shoulder. People feel secure now. You saw those little kids celebrating electricity in Benton, Cruiserville. Did you see that video? Imagine they have the hydro right behind them and the wire pass over them. But today, they have current, they have light, they have electricity over there. So all of these things going to work, all of them going to fall in place, and all we can do will beat on the government whenever we see. Sometimes people can sleep small, and you know, anybody want to do that evil sleeping, where you will be sleeping, then when wake you, or you wake up, you put something to your elbow, you pretend to all that you're awake, and you're not awake, and you're sleeping. Anybody want to do that evil sleeping, we'll get on you. And that's why it's responsible and no democracy do. That's why we do all the platform. We sit there and we talk. When we see wrong thing, we say it. When we see good thing, we elevate it. But in as much as we want our country to progress, this is the best time in the history of Liberia to have a prophet. Some of you now take note of that, but I always tell people, this is the first time in our country history to have two prophetic names leading the country. Don't you think the country will go far up to have a Joseph and a Jeremiah to lead Liberia? And you thinking I play over there? If you don't believe in prophecy, for me, I believe in prophecy. I said Joseph brother sold him into captivity, and later on God raised him up. His brother's skin, they couldn't recognize him, but he recognized them. He gave them food. He took care of them. This is what Joseph Boga doing now. The prophecy, that name Joseph is working. He's taking care of Liberians. Some people, not everybody will feed it right now, but in the long run, let the road open. Let it finish opening all that road. For me, I'm happy. The piece of property I get abandoned over there for 1,000 years now, I feel confident since 1954. No road over there. Okay, quick, let me end with you before I get back to you. You know that Samuel Tuer and the other guys then went to Robertsport. If my sister can speak VAR, somebody go to Samuel Tuer, someone like VAR, and say, Kweman Benye. That Samuel Tuer, they carry the BSP, they carry machines to go cajole our people. They said they were going to pave that road. They carry machines. They pack the machine up the hill so our people can pass and see the machine. And he was saying, Kweman, he said, oh, when the dry season, he said when the rainy season ends, the dry season will start your road project. It was all vla. Let President Baka here. President Baka didn't even go there to go speak like that vow. He did not even go around there to go tell the people anything. They see that road. See the people. I get back to you.
Yeah, Jacob, just before we give our closing statement, when Maximo was talking, he spoke about people are feeling more confident about even coming home from the diaspora. Okay. And I mean, it's the fact. There are many of us, for me, I'm just one of the first generation of my family who left the shores of Liberia to come to Europe. Okay. I haven't been here long, 16 years, and we're still looking. So, but in a few years, we're thinking about going back. But there are a lot of people, like you talk about, people feeling much more confident now. Okay, let's listen to these couples from the United States, and then you can give your input.
I'm saying.
Okay, what's your name?
Tanisi Payne.
Tanisi, and your first time coming to Unionville?
Yes.
To Unionville, yes.
To see this property.
Okay, why you decided to invest in this place?
Because we're getting older, our parents are getting older. It's time for us to kind of take over and understand how this system works. I'm tired of living in America.
Okay.
I really want to just kind of plant my roots here. Okay. We're getting married. We want to have children, yes. And we want our children to have land that nobody can take.
Yes. Okay. Why you say you're not in America to take the land?
Oh yeah, you buy the land. Technically, you buy the house. The house that's sitting on the land is not yours. Wow. You know.
It's also more. It costs more over there, man. It costs to breathe, man. I'm telling you. So over here, this is complete freedom, the way I see it. Okay. So at the end of the day, you better off investing in your people's land and investing in over there. So that's what we want to do. That's what we've started to do already. So
there are a lot of people who are kind of hesitant to come back to Africa or to come back to Liberia. What is your thought? How long have you been here?
This is my first time here for 3 weeks, man.
And
we're leaving on Tuesday.
We're leaving on Tuesday.
And what is this? How do you see the system so far?
Like I told Uncle Peter when he welcomed me to the family, the main thing you guys have here is a lot of freedom.
Wow.
And I don't know if you take it for granted, but at the same time, me coming from outside, I travel around the world, it's a lot of freedom here in Liberia, and it's a lot of potential to evolve and basically grow the country. So I see a lot of potential, and I look forward to being a part of it as well. You know, so I appreciate also the hospitality that everybody have here too. So it's a great vibe, man. The energy is just perfect. You got green, you got fruit and vegetables
You have
growing all over the place.
sunlight.
You got sunlight, you got the water. This is the dream, man. This is the, I'm telling you.
Let's go, my brother. Tell me something.
Yeah, Albert, this is massive, and I'm squarely being convinced by what other Americans, like American Liberians, even Liberian diasporas, a whole, because I have been yearning for this kind of opportunity to have come to have this experience, to also go back home and see how we invest. And mind you, I have been an ambassador of change. I've come across a lot of Liberians since I came to America. I've not been here too long. In the shorter time I've been here, if I show you some of my investment, you won't believe. But this is not about just having an investment, but it's just about looking at where you are and how did you get to where you are and seeing the country that gave you that opportunity. You know, a lot of us don't know that being a Liberian is a blessing. I will take you to Cameroon. Do you know to obtain the Cameroonian passport? It is not just as easy as you can obtain the Liberian passport.
Mm.
I'm challenging all of you on the platform today to go and do your research and do your fact finding. The way you can go and get a Liberian passport. To get a Cameroonian passport is not like that. So to be a Liberian is a blessing. I came across a lot of Liberians. I came across people who have spent 18 years, 20 years, who never had a thought to invest in Liberia. I've encouraged brothers. And I have a testimony to some of these encouragement. I talked to someone and they went back when they saw the reality. And what you saw from those couple, Abba, is a real truth. It's a real truth. Here is the thing. Where do you buy the house? You live paying for one house for what? 10, 15 years. Okay, they say you've cleared on paying for that house. But then that house that you're finished paying for, they have some kind of insurance cost attached to it that you're paying for, your children are paying for until you die. That's not owning property. But Liberia is one country where you can go and buy a land today for 1,500. As Liberia is the only country so far in the whole Africa, and I stand to be corrected, that sell land as cheap as any other country in Africa. My friend, I got a friend to where I work. He's from somewhere around Somalia and South Sudan area there. Do you know how much the guys pay for one piece of land? Up to 15 to 16,000. That's why they don't just build. We are blessed. Come to talk about it, we are blessed. So let's go to the president development and other stuff. I would not term former President we are groundbreaking as mirage. There may be good intention, and there was good intention in terms of groundbreaking, but how did they go about doing the groundbreaking ceremony? Was it because you wanted to get the public attention that you did a groundbreaking ceremony because hospital got burned? There are many questions to be asked. But I will be very crystal clear to these issues. And there's a reason why Jacob Gossin supported President Bouaka or President Weah. President Weah has supported all the years. Citizen Weah Foundation, who knows me? I work for the Mandela Kuba Foundation for over 5 years, a public relations officer. So I'm no stranger to these things I'm saying. I've been around, and there are some stories cannot be told here today and will not be told. But the thing is, if a man had good intentions and he's willing to showcase for his people, like the way we thought in our mind, that a man from Gibraltar, a man from beyond the rock, from the slums, who have transformed Liberia to something better, who are embedded corruptions. When he had a speech telling people, say, oh, we are one family. After you condemn corruption for 12 years, you fought the system and you have opportunity. But then he said, we are one family. I think, I would not say it was a mirage, but I think it was a mere bluff. the groundbreaking ceremony at C.H. Rennie. It was on Mayor Bluff.
Thanks a
And
lot, my
I will
brother.
continue to support this president, despite there are corruption in government that we're going to
Big.
highlight in the coming days, that we will not just only be promoting the good work of government, but also going to pressure our government to do the best. I think President Bouaga 3 years compared to President Weah 6 years, I would have taken President Bouaga to be the president of Liberia since 1847. Despite there are corruption in government, there are challenges, no job. It was not President Bouaga who created this situation, there is no job. No. Every system that is being built, even in America, I live in, these systems are here and will be here forever. The only way these systems can be changed, except the people who control this system are waiting for this system to be changed. My country, Liberia, doesn't have a system. We do have good laws, but we don't have the kind of system that the president going to come and build up on this system to say, oh, we'll continue on this path. Every president come with different agenda. Even if this agenda does not be achieved, you have whole all around the place, everything is breaking grounds. They're creating whole around the place, they're breaking ground. One day Liberia will get earthquakes from breaking ground. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I just want to spice it up.
The amount of hold our bull, in the country on the name of breaking ground, if the records could prove the actuality of those holes that were dug on the ground, then Liberia would have been.
Honestly, then Liberia should have been developed more than any other country in Europe and somewhere across the world.
So it's been a beautiful evening. Thanks to you guys for popping up. If anybody wants to be consistent on the show, you just reach out to me in the inbox. We arrange it, and then I will always maybe I will set a chat or a group chat, and then I will always put the link in there. And once you click on it, it means that you'll be able to come directly into the show. So the ladies first, that's a culture in Liberia. So it happens to me at work. So now we're sitting and the cafeteria is full, and these women come. So now you see them standing there waiting, and they say, no. I said, no, I can't do that. Sorry, if you can't sit down, the chair is going to stay empty because it's my culture. It's my tradition. We always try to get up and give and the space to women. So I mean, we'll practice it everywhere we go, even on the social media. So the vacuum is here. I think she has to be the first to give her party statement.
Okay, so thank you, Albert, for allowing me to come on your show for the first time. And I really do appreciate this movement. Liberia is everyone's business. Coming up in Liberia, people used to say, oh, that the people thing. And I am glad I came up in a household that my grandma, it's your thing too. Sure, my both grandparents were teachers in Pokpa District, Grand Kitman County. I was born in Benaja. And man, those people, you better love Liberia. They used to also do the Lone Star Forever. You better know it. You have to know how to sing it. Know the wordings. Then you have to know about the flag.
Ooh.
You have to know everything about Liberia. So when I moved here to the United States in 2007, and when I used to hear people talking, I would jump up on them. And my cousins used to call me Mama Liberia. I say, yes, that is my country. That's the only country I have that nobody will ever put me out of. So I'm blessed that I did support a president that is showing what the presidency should be like. The respect that comes with it, the honor. And I hope that those that his ministers, assistant ministers, can see the need to follow the president and the vice president lead, because Liberia is all we have. There is no other country that can ever replace Liberia. You can live in America for the longest. It was Jacob who was talking about the school tax also. In a States, whether you have kids or not, that's when people say education is free. I said indirectly it's not. Because whether you have kids or not, you pay a child and you own a house in a school district, you will pay taxes. Then you can say, I'm a child. Yes, you paying the people taxes and fire by force. If you have a home, you have to clean your surrounding. So Liberian people that think that the government should be the one that will come scrub in their homes and take their trash out. Nowhere in the world that ever happen. You have to cut your grass. You have to clean around your home. If you do not, you will get fined. The homeowner association going to come cut your grass, but if you're supposed to pay $10 to somebody to cut it, you're paying double.
I know, right?
So I hope Liberians can appreciate this moment and see the president's work and know that they do have a good president. They need to work with him. Liberia is everybody thing. Citizens, we do have a duty to Liberia. We have to help the president when they pull transport laws down. We have to help to implement it for it to stick. If we do not, it's not going to stick. If they say from red eye to Broad Street, $100, and because you're rushing, you tell the camera, I will pay you $200, you are doing harm, more harm than good. So thank you, and I hope to come back on the show again.
You will be. You will be.
I cannot stand on the sideline anymore. Like, we all have to talk and we have to push Liberia forward. Thank you so much.
Indeed. I really appreciate you popping up, but I hope you come back and become consistent, and maybe we can work something out for the co-host and that. So, because we have to balance the equation on the show.
Yeah. Necessary.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. My brother Maximus. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much, Albert. It's always a pleasure sharing your platform, man.
Indeed.
Whenever I have the chance to pop in, I just pop in, And once it comes to Liberia, I always told people that this is our own form of quota, give back to our country. We may not have everything right now to do it, but in as much as we can still enlighten folks out there and share our own opinion on situation in our country is important. And more besides, the Liberian people should embrace this dream, should embrace this journey. It's not going to be all rosy, and it's not going to be smooth, but we are optimistic that we're going to get there. They say by jumping and falling, a monkey learns to jump from tree to tree. So we will jump and hover and fall, but in as much as we're waking up and going back, we will master the art, and in no time everything will work. Everything will make sense with the opening of the roads, electricity. In fact, for electricity to even reach in some community, those roads will have to be open. You see that? So those fire engine that came to the country, those yellow machine that came to the country, all of those things that are coming for the general good of the entire country and the citizenry. Let us protect it. Let us guide it. Let us see Liberia as our own, and let us continue to sing that song of national, pride. Liberia used to be a decent place. When I hear people talking about that, it used to be a clean street.
Go ahead.
The street used to be so clean, used to be nice. But today, Liberia, I don't even know where we lost it. People were staying right on Broad Street. Right on Broad Street. You buy banana. You eat a banana. And the MCC have managed to get some cane around. Even if there's no cane. But for you to just get for you to just lost it and just throw it on the street. People will drink the sachet of water, man, and throw that thing on the street, bro. You'll see when I saw the cleaning up campaign when the army people went on that Japanese freeway. See the waters the people were digging out of there. The same group of people go back again and throw trash in there. And tomorrow they'll say, oh, the country dirty. The country dirty. That everybody look, in developed country, people see you doing on the street. That's why people will take their phone and call the police. Because it's not even normal. For you to wake up in the morning You go broad you buy water, you drink it, and you get through the plastic on the ground. You expect somebody else to come up behind you and pick up that plastic and put it in the trash can for you. Man. So everything, if Liberia will get good in our country, we will have to, be good. A good citizen, good country. I get back to you. Thank you very much, man.
Thanks a lot. It's 1:22 a.m. in the morning here, Belgian time. Go ahead, my brother Jacob.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. And I want to say thank you to my fellow panelists. And I want to say a big thank you to you too, Albert, my man. What you doing for country, you cannot be paid for this. And I know why it takes to get where you get, because I've been following you online as I see the kind of amount of insult you receive, the kind of way people describe you, but I like the work you do and I believe in you. That is the reason I've tried hard to reach out to you, and thank God I'm on the show today. And I will openly saying that I'm not asking you for membership. I'm a member already. And I hope that I can be on the show every day. I do have the time. So whatever time, if it's a WhatsApp group that we as members of the show can show up at this time to come and talk about Liberia, I'll be willing to talk about Liberia. And I'm always humbled. And I'm also thinking that this should be the All Liberian Voice show. And we should not just be an online platform thing. We can do it, and we can have one of the biggest platforms in Liberia. It's not hard to do. It's something you and myself can work together. We can achieve it together. This can also help to empower young Liberians. It can create jobs. You just show JMB's son. He has a talent. He do a different work. How do we empower him? There are other Liberians like Makula who also promote the Unity Party. They got Dara. They got a lot of them in the project. I follow all of them. It's about time we help to promote Liberia, because people does not know sometimes when you come to the kind of public stage, the way you speak, they don't understand that it affect the country. Sometimes they think that they speak as an individual, but the way you speak, it do affect your country as well. So coming back to the Beer Mountain issue, I still stand by what I said. Beer Mountain should be shut down, and that concession will be revisited, and all other concessions in Liberia should be revisited. We need to have a complete understanding of how these concessions were signed, and we got to graduate from the level of royalty, and Liberians got to start benefiting from their worth, because the country is not as big as we think. 5.something million people. I don't think we deserve to suffer. And I've said it. I told somebody, what I'm sitting in America here today, if I just need 1,200 jobs, I will tell America goodbye, never to return. I love my country. I believe in my country. But some of us, we sit here today because we never had the opportunity. And we feel that by coming here and struggling in the way we work, it is the best way we can survive. And this is the reason why we are static here. Thank you for the show, Albert, and I appreciate it. And I'm a member of this show now. Please, that is my WhatsApp number that you have. Let's share the show. We will talk to our other brothers and sisters that will start following the show. We'll get the number. Thank you to all of you, and thank to everybody, man. It was a wonderful day. Thank you, guys.
Wonderful. Thanks for being there, guys. To the audience, I salute you. I love you. For every time we pop up on the show, you guys come running, and the most amazing part is when we cut these videos and we put it out there, how you guys carry those videos viral, meeting 100,000 views, 200,000 views. It is massive. We are here to echo the voice of the government. We have amazing people who are now coming on the show to form a panel. And I mean, sometimes, there's the Western world, okay? They are in a different time zone, so it's possible that somebody may come in a little bit late, somebody will come in on time, so it will be alternated, okay? But however it is, we are putting things together, and God is there. I really want to bless y'all. God bless everyone out here.
Thank you, man, guys. I appreciate it, man. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, yeah. And my sister, Siata, thank you. How you doing? I hope you're doing great, Siata, wherever you are tonight. I hope you're doing great. Yeah, you guys can go up. I'm just closing now. Okay, let me. Okay, it's a kick off. Okay. Yeah. Okay, you guys are okay.
Not everyone.
No, you see the red. You see the red arrow down there. You see the red arrow down there. Is it okay? Siata, how you doing? I hope you're doing great. Debbie, Willie, how you doing? Maxwell, and the rest of you guys who were on the show tonight. We've been here for 2 hours and 45 minutes. It was a really beautiful show here tonight. Maripade, how you doing, sweetheart? I hope you're doing. I hope you're doing okay wherever you are. Maswell Zegbe. Let me see who else is there. Marie Sese, how you doing, Marie? Mokon J. Che, Regina Newman. Helen, how you doing, Helen? I hope you're doing okay. Helen, Yeya Sekou Ture, Gary Kekula, Fubi, Warwick, my own mom and big sister there. John Bema, how you doing? I hope every one of you are doing great. Thanks for being on the show tonight. We will be back Monday. At least I take a day off the rest. Papi Moore, River says Pro. Howard was on the show here tonight. My brother Sanga was on the show here tonight, but he left early to go attend to something. Jehudi Barmo, how you doing, my brother? He was here on the show tonight. Night Shift, Raymond, Nimba, Kwawa, and all of you guys. It's a goodbye from my end. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye from my end.
Welcome to the political replay. Yeah, man. Feel the rhythm, feel the message. Welcome to the political replay, where the voices rise every day. From the streets to the radio play, we bring the truth in every way. Welcome to the political replay, the best in show business. Hear what we say. We echo the voice of the government strong, breaking it down in a lyrical song. JNB and JKK on the mission again, building up the nation from now till when. From the city lights to the village lane, you can see the progress, you can't complain. Road development, that's JNB and JKK. School rising up, yeah, we say okay. Health improvement every single day, JNB and JKK lead the way. Roads from farms to market, that's JNB and JKK. Security standing firm, no delay. Who wants development? Hear the people say. The Libyan people loud and clear today. From the hills to the coast, feel the vibration. Unity rising across the nation. Concrete dreams turning reality. Step by step toward prosperity. Children in school with books in hand. Future getting brighter across the land. Hospitals working, people getting care. Hope in the system everywhere. Say JMB, say JKK. Progress moving every single day. Say forward, never back. Development on the right track. Road development, that's JMB and JKK. School rising up, yeah, we say okay. Health improvement every